Hello everyone, 0635 here with yet again another spooky review. This is a very unique item I'll be showing today. This is it's not MSI, I know that. It started with an M, but I don't remember the company name that made this fellow. But more recently we finally found out the name of this, and it's called the Legion of Doom, which is a pretty interesting name for something like this. This came out around I think the 90s, 98. I have to guess, maybe a little earlier than that. I'm not sure. It's been a while since I even looked up the information for this fellow. Very obscure piece. You don't really see these show up often at all anymore. At one point, they were showing up a little bit like crazy. Actually, last year I had two of these, two or three. I think two. I had two of these. Sold the other one, but yeah, it was really really crazy to actually finally know that what this fellow was called, and it's called Legion of Doom. Saw the box and everything, and there's two variants. There's you have the Grim Reaper, and then you got Dracula, which is a lot more hard to find than this fella. We only have, of course, the Grim Reaper. This fella, whatchamacallit, is very interesting because he's literally something I like of spooky and a robot. Robot wise, reason being, he walks and his upper torso spins 360, like those good old classic 360 robots you used to see in the stores back in the day. At least if you were born in around uh pre 90s, somewhere around between the early days of tin toys up to more modern day plastic toys. They were still making 360 robots, and you don't really see 360 robots anymore. Anyways, so this fella's cool. He is about the size of approximately a little taller than one Jimmy Grey River Ghoul. He's not Grey River, but he's a plush ghoul. That's what he calls. Very cool. Very neat. I don't want to say his eyes are LED, but they're like a really old style bulb. They're not your traditional red ones. So the day when those burn out would suck because you cannot find replacements of those low bulbs. This one here is just a traditional grain of rice, yeah, grain of rice bulb, which I have spares, but the eyes I do not. Those are very very unique. There's not much to them. This is the bounce feet. I forgot. Geez, I didn't realize I've had this fella since like 2017. That is crazy. Actually, it's funny. Now thinking of this is the same. I got him the same year as I got my first Aibo Miyu, so have both of them for a very long time now. He takes 4 AA batteries located in the back of his back, and you can actually really literally see everything if you just whatchamacallit, just lift up his cape. You can see like his legs. He has some really funky looking legs. He's tall. It's funny he doesn't have a groin piece, but in reality he really doesn't need one because he has something that actually maintains the shaft from coming out. So there's that. He has a square body underneath. Not really one that's too hard to repair or anything. It's pretty simple to fix these things. Except you always gotta be careful with the black plastic because since the body's black plastic, it becomes brittle over time. So that's where it becomes very, very tricky to work with. 3D printed chains. These were not on him originally. My engineering teacher actually made these years ago, and literally just gave me them after he was done printing them. He was like, "Oh, I need these. I have spares. So do you want these?" I'm like, sure. So made him a good accessory. If only they were a silverish color, it would fit better. But you know what? He's had them for as long as I can remember, so I don't care. It's fine. And the sound chip he has is also used in another item made by the same company, of course. We have this little head that pops out of a door, and it's just like nodding yes. It's really really silly looking. But yeah, without further ado, let's see this guy in action. Not gonna lie, if I had this thing when I was a kid, this would probably be my most favorite decorational item. to just like pull out for Halloween. If not, probably take it with me everywhere. Even though this thing is like so freaking eerie, to point people just look and be like, "Why is he carrying on some Grim Reaper?" And all I gotta do is pop him down, show and be like, "Oh, okay, continue." Anyways, but yes, I remember who actually sold the other one to, because I knew, like I mentioned before, we had two of these in the house, which was again, it's pretty crazy to even see two in one room because you don't see that. Except there's someone else that did have two in one room. They did give away a one that worked and kept the broken one, so I'm not sure what happened with that one. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this spooky review on the Legion of Doom, and I will see you all on the next one.